Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Thursday, October the 26th, 2017. Today, in our Tech News Update, we have Walmart, which is another company that is ditching Windows PCs. After Delta Airlines, after General Electric, Walmart says it's actually going to transition from Windows PC to 100,000 Macs in the next year. And the reason why, they say that they already have 7,000 Macs within their company, and that basically the service for PCs and the service for Macs isn't the same. On PCs, 60% of all service calls are PC related, where Mac calls are 40% related, meaning that there's less calls and less time and problems apparently with Macs than with PCs. So this is why they're explaining they're making a change. Twitter is launching a advertising transparency center so that users, law enforcement, whoever wants to see, will actually be able to see in specific ads, especially related to politics, who paid the advertising and when did this happen, and give a little more information about basically the different ads that will be showing up within Twitter. The iPhone X face recognition is apparently not very good. According to a report, Apple might have requested to have the face recognition system to be less accurate in order to actually make production faster. Now, this is according to a report from an Apple insider site. Basically, Apple itself says, no, it's false and it's not true. We haven't changed anything, and the face recognition is apparently really good. In talking about phones, sales of smartphones across Europe are down 7% year over year. But that is 8% if you're in the UK or France. So that means it's a pretty steep drop in sales. But the reason might be very interesting. It seems that people across Europe are buying more expensive premium phones. But in return, they expect to keep them much longer than the cheaper phones, which usually they change much more often. So that's an interesting idea. And basically, if I look at myself just with my Galaxy S7 phone, I'm soon to be at the 2-year mark, and I got to say that there's not a lot of things pushing me into upgrading the device to something more powerful. The Zen CPU architecture with Vega graphics is coming to, of course, mobile devices, that's laptops. And for the first time in years, apparently, AMD gets a very competitive in its mobile CPU and GPU. It would seem that basically laptops that have the combination of the AMD Ryzen plus the Vega graphics are really so powerful that they pretty much leave the competition with Intel in the dust. So that's very interesting, and it's cool to see that AMD is really getting back in the game seriously here. The US internet service providers are playing with the fear of terrorism, and it is basically working. What's happening is that internet service providers have been finding laws that would make more security, would give stronger encryption to users, to basically have users stay safer. Well, basically, this, of course, the internet service providers don't want to do. So what they've been doing is scaring off the different lawmakers, telling them, well, if you have more encryption, you won't be able to see the bad guys doing things, and basically this is going to be bad for security. And it seems to be working, because pretty much every regulation until now that have been on the side of users with security have been turned down. Well, Twitter is possibly on the brink of making money for the first time since its creation. Twitter has been having a lot of problems actually creating enough revenue to really make money. But now, today, Twitter shares are actually jumping, as Twitter says we're pretty much getting there to make money now, and that in 2018 we would probably be in the positive side, which is, of course, giving the markets a little excitement with Twitter. And finally, interesting report that came out. It seems that since Monday morning of this week, the amount of emails with ransomware, the Locky ransomware, have been jumping at a very high rate. Monday, 23 million emails were sent in 24 hours with the Locky ransomware, and it contains all sorts of titles that are there to try to make you click. For example, here's your financial documents. Oh, your photos are ready. Oh, this is my picture. Oh, I love you. Or any other type of little thing that, oh, you owe the IRS money or whatever. That will kind of want you to click on it. Sorry, be very, very careful with this, because it's very, very important to not jump into this category of ransomware and emails, spam emails, basically, that are very dangerous. And the report says that in the third quarter of 2017, the ransomware emails jumped 85%. So that means we're in for a really much more complex email security problem. Remember not to click on emails that you don't know where to come from. Never believe any emails that say you owe money, or that have this a bank or document related to something. It doesn't work like that. Always stay safe and ignore these emails. Companies that really want to get a hold of you, call you, or even send you a letter by mail, they don't send emails to let you know. So be very, very careful as not to get ransomware. And this was the Tech News Update for Thursday, October the 26th, 2017. You enjoy our videos? Why not subscribe? You'll know when new videos are online. And of course, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. It's always fun to have your feedback.